Hey guys, so I'm parked. I'm outside of Sprouts. I went looking for some spring water that was on sale and it's all sold out. So now I have to figure out where I'm going to go shopping for my spring water. But, anyways, I am trying to become more of a regular on camera. Not that I'm not already, but I'm trying to share more, especially about dating, because I've noticed like how much that part of life interests me. Um, like I've always been someone that has always I've dated a lot, but I haven't been in very many relationships, right? And I think it's because um, like I know who's good for me, and I don't entertain anyone that's not, right? So I might kind of go out on a date, some dates with a few guys, a few dates, and if I don't see that they're the kind of person that is good for me, um, I just don't entertain them. So there's that. Um, but I know, like, as a woman, how frustrating it could be, especially with online dating. And I think it's frustrating for men, but in a very different way. So, men are often ghosted. Men probably feel like their pool of candidates is much smaller than a woman. Um, and men just have a hard time in general, right? I mean, there's going to be men that are swarmed with women, but there's also going to be really great guys that just don't know what they're doing wrong, right? So my heart goes out to those incredible men that really are just, struggling and losing self esteem and just hope in finding a good woman, because there's plenty of amazing men out there that are struggling the same way that some women are. But women struggle in a different way. And I'm going to speak to a woman who's online dating because that's who I am. A woman that's online dating. I can't really speak to the men's perspective other than the men that I've connected with and the conversations and discussions that we've had, right? So I know that women really need an emotional connection. And I think when you're online, men are very they're really how do I put it, like they're honed in on like more of the sexual aspect. It probably doesn't help that, like, I'm curvy, I'm big breasted. I've had a few men where their first comments are related to my curves and to my breasts and to the fact that I'm a woman. And tonight, I had to tell a man because he was just kind of firing things off to me that were very sexual in nature. And versus just like reporting or unmatching him, I let him know, like, have you ever been with a woman? Like, honestly, have you ever been with a woman? And that was a serious question that I had for him. And of course, he got offended and he fired back some things to me. But in the same token, within an hour, I got a message from a man that I have started to kind of put at the top of my list. And the reason he's at the top of my list is because he's such a gentleman. And not only is he a gentleman, I'm going to make that the first and foremost thing that I'm looking for, but he's also got a lot going for him, you know? So it's like you might have the men that are, um, let's just call it what it is, assholes, jerks, whatever. But there's going to be so many good guys too. And I think that you have to be really attracted to yourself and who you are and know what you're bringing to the table and value yourself in order to attract that man. Because it's so easy for me to just disregard a lot of these guys that are pathetic and immature because I know myself and I'm not fucking around with anyone that, isn't going to be good for me because I'm fine alone. And just tonight, you guys, like, just to kind of let you know the type of person that I am, I shed a few tears because I felt so grateful. I actually said to God, I said, how did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? And I mean that. I really mean that. How did I get so lucky because that's exactly how I feel. How did I get so lucky? And it's not to say like I don't have a relationship. I'm not sleeping next to a wonderful man every night. I know a lot of people are, and they might not be so wonderful after the honeymoon phase, right? I don't have any pets. You know, I'm not in a high paying job. I don't have anything that the American dream says will offer us happiness. But I am so grateful and I'm so happy, and I really mean that from the core of my being. How did I get so lucky? You know? So I think that if you're in a place where you're grateful for everything you have, you know, I'm going to get teary eyed because it's like, you know, if you can enter that state without having the things that people say you need to have, you're on another level. You know, you're going to be manifesting and you're going to be creating incredible experiences, even if you don't have the things that society says you should have. So that's Natalie's tearful moment of the night. But I'm saying this because I know what a struggle it is to be a single woman. And, you know, I've done it where I've been in a relationship and I've let myself go. I've stopped caring about myself because I'm expecting the man to hold everything up, right? It doesn't mean that I'm not working. It doesn't mean that I'm not doing other things. But it's like, you know, I really stopped going after my goals and my dreams. So it's just so important that as women, we never let go of who we are, where we're headed, who we want to become. You know, we're always working towards that greater version of ourselves. And I think sometimes we think that what the man needs from us is for us to really give him everything, but we need to know that that's not what it is. We still have to stand our ground when we're in a relationship, and we have to always work, you know. And I don't want to say this in a way that comes off negatively, but you never know what's going to happen. You know, you never know what's going to happen, so you always have to work for yourself and, you know, still be in the partnership, still see yourselves as a team, but always continue to be lifting yourself up and taking care of yourself, you know. And it's important to wait until you find a man that really honors you and respects you, you know. And you should never settle. I'm never gonna settle. Never. I will never settle. Ever, ever, ever. I'll never settle. I'll never be with someone just to be with someone, because that's not who I am. Ever. I'll never just be with someone just to have a warm body next to me. You know, I had a friend that told me, well, why are you dating if you don't really care about being in a relationship? Because you can learn so much and have so much growth by being with someone else. And the reason I know that I'm going to find a relationship is because a relationship offers you more growth in life than anything else. You know, so I know that even if I don't have a relationship in the next year or 2 years, it's going to happen because it's going to be a way for me to grow, right? But between now and then, you know, if something were to happen where, you know, I don't meet someone, is that going to be the end of my life? There's other things that are way worse than that, right? There's so many things that are way worse than that, you guys. So even if you're single for a long time, you know, it's like you got to enter that state where you're complete and you're a full human on your own and you really don't need anyone else. So that's all I have to say. I mean, this wasn't very scripted. It was kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. So bear with me as I work through YouTube and get better at storytelling. Thanks for tuning in. I'm signing off now. Bye.